All right, guys, today is lesson 7.9. This is the last lesson in this unit. You need paper, pencil, calculator, and formula sheet. We are not going to be in your homework or note packets today at all. All right, this is an example that we are going to do. I'm going to tell you right now that there is going to be a problem very similar to this on your test next week. So you need to understand this. Make sure you are writing down every step right now. And if you need help and you don't understand, you need to ask. All right. I'm going to read the problem. It says your kitchen is 18 feet by 20 feet. So we got a rectangle 18 by 20. You have an island in the middle of your kitchen that takes up 20% of your floor space. You are putting new tile on your kitchen, and the tiles are 1 square foot each. Home Depot sells these tiles in boxes that contain 30 tiles each, and they cost $55 per box. How much will it cost to buy tile for your kitchen? Now, I'm going to draw a rectangle. Okay, I expect you to do this. Your rectangle is 20 feet by 18 feet. That's your kitchen. And then you have an island here in the middle. It's like a bar area. I have one in my kitchen. That's where my stove is. It's attached to the floor. So when you put down the tile, I'm going to do it colorful. The tile is going to go here. I'm not going to put tile underneath my island, right? Because it's attached. So when I am figuring out how much tile I need to take this 20% out. So the first thing we're going to do is find the area of the kitchen. That would be if there was nothing, there was no island, we would cover that entire area. So our area is 20 times 18 is 360 square feet. Okay. But 20% of our floor space is covered for the island. So remember, percent of 20% of the floor. Take 20%, change it to a decimal. So 0.2 times 360 is 72. That is the part that's covered. So we're going to subtract that out. So what do we actually need? 360 minus the 20% that is covered by the island is 288 square feet. So that's how much square footage or area we are actually going to buy tiles for. Now, this is actually a pretty easy problem because the tiles we picked out are 1 square foot each. Okay, so they're a square that is a foot by a foot. They're brown or whatever color you picked. So if we have 288 square feet, don't we need 288 tiles? Because each square foot is 1 tile. Now, the boxes that we buy them in contain 30 tiles in a box. So we need to see how many 30s are in this. So we're going to divide this by 30. And when you do that, you get 9.6 boxes. Now, let me say something. 9.6 boxes, you can't go to Home Depot and say, I'll take 9.6. So we need to round this to 10 boxes. Now, let me say something. 9.6 would naturally round to 10. But even if this was 9.2, you would still have to round up to 10 because if you only bought 9 boxes, you wouldn't have enough. So 10 boxes at 55 each, so times 55 gives you $550 per box. Now, I want to show you something. You can set up a proportion for this part of the problem if you want. So, if we know that we need, there is 30 tiles in one box. So, if I do tiles per box, 30 tiles in one box, we need 288 tiles for X boxes. Cross multiply. 30 times X is 30X. 1 times 288 is 288. Divide both sides by 30. And you get x is 9.6. And what is the label on that? Boxes. Then we could set up another proportion. This is a good review of proportions. It costs $55 for 1 box. So we know we need to buy 10 boxes. So if we do cost over box, it is 55 for 1 box. We're buying 10 boxes for x. Cross multiply, 1 times x is x. 55 times 10 is $550 is how much you have to pay. Now, I want you to try this problem right now. We're going to work through this step by step. So pay attention to what I'm asking in the questions. Your kitchen is 15 feet by 20 feet. You have an island in the middle of your kitchen that takes up 10% of your floor space. You are putting new tile in your kitchen, and the tiles that you chose are 1 square foot each. Home Depot sells these tiles in boxes that have 20 tiles that are $40 per box. How much will it cost for you to buy tile for your kitchen? All right, first thing I want you to do is find the area of the kitchen. Go. All right, what you should have done is this. Here's our kitchen. It is 20 feet by, whoops, didn't mean to do that, by 15 feet. And here's our island in the middle. That's our island, okay? So area, what you should have done, length times width, is 20 times 15. So your area is 300 square feet. If you did not get 300 square feet, use that number now. Now, second step, let's figure out how much square footage we're losing for the island. So find 10% of 30 or 300. Go. Well, what you should have done, move your decimal 2 to the left, multiply this by 0.10, and you get 30 square feet. That's 10%. Now, find out how much square footage you're going to cover. If you start with 300 and you're losing 30, go. What you should have done, 300 minus 30 is 270. Why do I keep putting money? Square feet. Now, next question. How many tiles do you need to buy? Go. Well, what you should have said is you have 270 square feet. Each tile is 1 square foot. You need 270 tiles. All right, next step. Figure out how many boxes you need to buy. Go. Well, what you should have done is this. There are 20 tiles in a box. I'm going to set up a proportion. Tiles over box. That's my cheater fraction. 20 tiles in 1 box. We need 270 tiles for X boxes. Cross multiply. 20 times X is 20X. 1 times 270 is 270. Divide both sides by 20, and we end up with 13.5. So you should say you need 14 boxes. All right, last but not least, boxes cost $40 each. Find the cost. Go. All right, I'm going to set up one more proportion, and I'm going to do cost over box. It is $40 for 1 box. We've got 14 boxes. That goes in the denominator. 14 boxes for X dollars. Cross multiply. 1 times X is X. 14 times 40 is $540. All right, guys. Hopefully you understand that, and you are going to need to know how to do that. All right. The rest of this lesson is finding the area of shaded parts of shapes that are within each other. So look at this. If I want to find this shaded area, I'm going to find the area of my rectangle, which is my big shape. I'm going to write this. Area of rectangle minus, I'm going to take this out. I'm cutting that hole out. Minus the area of the circle. I want you writing this on your paper. I think it helps to put the words in. When we were doing the shaded problems yesterday, or combine areas, we added them together because the shapes were next to each other. This one, we're subtracting this out. So area of a rectangle is going to be length times width. Let's work that down. Rectangle is 14 by 8. 14 times 8, and that's going to give me 112. That's how I want you to show your work. Here's my formula, my work, and my answer. Let's not worry about a label at this point. This is a circle. Formula for area of a circle is pi r squared. Now, look at this. This is the diameter. So our radius, I'm going to divide this by 2, will be 3 inches. So we're always going to use 3.14. 3.14 times 3 squared. And when you punch that into your calculator, you're going to get 28.26. And then the shaded area, this blue part, we're going to take our area of our rectangle and subtract that circle area out, and you end up with 83.74 square inches. All right, let's take a look at this one. Now, we have a triangle with a square inside of it. So how do I find this shaded area? I'm going to again write it in words. We're going to do the area of the triangle minus the area of the square. So we look on our formula sheet. Triangle is 1/2 base times height. Don't forget the 1/2. So 1/2 times. This measurement out here shows us from the top of this triangle all the way down to the bottom. That is the height. This is the base. So 12 times 12, 1/2 times 12 times 12 is 72. So I found the area of my triangle minus the area of the square. How do I know this is a square? Well, they're showing us that it's 6 by 6. So our formula is side squared. 6 squared is 36. 72 minus 36 is 36 square inches. Guys, do not forget your labels. All right, now let's take a look at this one. This is one similar to ones we did yesterday. If I want to find the area of this shaded, do I add or subtract? Well, here's our rectangle, and our circle is separate from that. Well, it's half a circle. So I'm going to add. So if I did this in words, it's going to be area of rectangle plus area of half a circle. Half a circle. So our rectangle is length times width. Now, pay attention to this. This rectangle is 36 by 10. This 20 is from here to here. Okay, so 36 times 10 is 360. Plus our formula for area of a circle is 1/2, because it's half a circle, pi r squared. Do not forget the 1/2. Now, here's the tricky part. This side is 36. This side is 20. So 36 minus 20, this is 16. But pay attention, if I extended this circle, isn't that the diameter? So the radius of this circle is 8, because I divide this by 2. So our formula is going to be 1/2 times 3.14 times 8 squared, which is 100.48. Now, I need to add these together. I'm not subtracting because these two things are separate, so I'm adding. So our total area for this shaded region is 460.48 square inches. All right, guys, show Miss Trizzy the paper with all of your work on it now, and follow along in